All right, it's going. So this is our real first practice for the Maryville ethical hacking team. Tonight we're going to be going through VirtualBox, how to get Kali Linux on VirtualBox, how to use that computer back there that is glowing and has 32 cores, and it's just awesome. And we're going to use that really just to host VMs during practices and stuff like that. And then tonight we're also going to go through OverTheWire. So OverTheWire is a very introductory CTF kind of framework, and it's pretty simple. You guys shouldn't have any difficulty. It's really linear in difficulty. Yeah, so we'll get started with that. Avi's going to show us how to get VirtualBox on our computers. Does anybody not have a laptop? You don't have a laptop? All right, we'll get you a MacBook. Or better yet, you can probably use this one back here.
Who does have a laptop?
Ask how many people have VirtualBox.
There you go. You know, you got a laptop. Just make sure you're back where they are and don't log into it. I don't want your passwords.
I don't believe they sit here.
And the password is exclamation somewhere.
That way.
Then I get this.
We haven't updated that.
Or you can just use them. I think they can. Well, they might not be able to see it.
Because we'd like to in the future just have it like screen share.
Closer.
That's good again.
That's pretty good. Somebody check the screen.
What is it?
All right. You good?
The outlets, there are outlets in the floor boxes and there's outlets in the walls. That's what much like
Yeah, just put
there's outlets in the walls, power cube.
And then at the end we'll go ahead and discuss practice time, like when everybody's available.
Here's the power.
And that way we can get as many people
You
there.
could sit here and there's a jack right here on the table.
Sarah, you should have made a mark come to this.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
You should have made a mark come
Pick
to
it up.
this.
I was just trying to get myself here, to be honest. I had mentioned it to him. He said he didn't want to come.
Yeah, I ran into him in Starbucks and he was making up excuses on not coming.
It's okay.
All right.
Hey, Hunter, this
Yeah.
is like got soda on it. Yeah, sure. I don't know where the soda came from.
Probably
Um,
can't.
It's fine.
Well, I don't see any soda.
All good. All right, so Avi's going to show us how to get Kali Linux on a VirtualBox. That way, if we're at home, we have Kali. Because if you're here, you most likely want to use the beast in the back, since it'll just be smoother. Yeah, here's Avi.
Yeah, so starting off, first thing you want to do is go to virtualbox.com. And when you do that, you'll be given an option to do several different host downloads with Windows, OS X, Linux, and then Solaris. Obviously, if you have a Windows 10 machine, you're going to do a Windows host download. And if you have a Mac, you're going to do the OS X. But considering this is Windows, we're going to first off, and we're going to end up.
It is virtualbox.org, not .com.
And it's simple setup. Is most of the stuff you're not really gonna want to change unless you really want to. But for the sake of this, we're just gonna go through the installation really quickly.
You're not expecting me my password. Kidding me?
Unfortunately, I'm not an admin here.
What's the password?
The piece is full. We're gonna crack it.
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
According to that website that's like, how long does it take to crack my password? It would take like 16 billion years to crack mine. So
Hopefully it'll be zero once you enter it in that website.
yeah. Oh yeah, you already have it. I'm just waiting for one of these students to just like say, hey, we need your credentials to install this. And I'm like, okay, sure. Done.
Keylogger.
Yeah. Credentials to install it. I am not installing things on your computer
So
because
this
of that.
How many, like, raise your hand if it's installed, or if you still, yeah. Who needs more time? All right, we'll wait a couple seconds. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you about this right here. So when you're downloading Kali Linux, you have the option of downloading the ISO file, which is honestly like a few extra steps that are kind of unnecessary. But if you go to offensivesecurity.com, they have these image files that like skip a lot of the process, and you can like basically get right into Kali Linux right away. So
Hey, Abby, can you just show us how you got there? Because it's kind of convoluted, honestly.
So you go to
Once you Google
image
yeah,
file of
yeah, there you go.
offensive security. If I can type.
Yep.
Offensive security, and then you go to first custom image downloads, and there you go. Then you click VirtualBox image because we're not using VMware or Hyper-V. And then obviously you want to get the 64-bit because I'm guessing most of you have 64-bit system. It would make sense otherwise. But yeah.
If you have a 32-bit system, use a 32-bit one.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Unless it's like before 2010.
You probably don't, yeah. So obviously there's a torrent version. Please don't torrent it. Just do this one.
Actually, our network blocks torrent traffic.
Yeah, so you won't be able to either way. So when you do that, it should just go ahead and save and open the file.
Do you guys have VirtualBox?
I'll slow down.
Everybody's eating up doing that.
That is very true. Luckily, even though there's so many people, it's a pretty quick download. Let's say you were at my house, it might take 45 minutes just to download 3 gigabyte image file. Boom. I'm gonna wait here until we're all on the same page. And yeah.
His just completely shut down.
Which one?
This side row.
Is it dead?
90%. Yeah.
You guys all good?
Isn't all VirtualBox and just right.
Hey, YouTube. You're supposed to be going on helping people.
Audio.
No. Are you? Yes. VirtualBox. Did you download the?
No. When you download the image file, it'll also give you an option to open with the VirtualBox manager. That's what we're gonna do.
As opposed to.
Yeah, it's just taking a long time. Yeah, the download's kind of slow. Yeah. But once you get that downloaded, it'll give you an option to open it with a VirtualBox manager, and that's just
Friday.
yeah.
You know, and now this, and this, and everything this down. 4 minutes.
I already have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is practically done by this, so I can just finish it off. No, you have to have
I just started. Really?
All right, so obviously just gonna finish up the installation. So it's really simple after this.
Yeah, at this point, there's not much left to do. So I'm going to finish up the installation, and then as we wait for everyone, we'll all come around and just make sure that we can install it on each of your guys' laptops. So you just, at this point, there's not much you're really going to have to change or edit. So it's pretty just simple. You hit agree, And then obviously, just more downloading and waiting. This is tragic.
I don't know that password, but I can.
Is this the first use of getting
I've heard this password so many times.
these?
Yeah,
you guys.
It's the first like
Maryville 1 or something. I don't know.
It's got 32 core.
Yeah, it's something just like
You got to
generic
dig down.
basic,
Really use it.
But hold on.
Yeah, so I'm thinking next time we have everybody download everything.
Yeah, I was looking through the stuff. And I was like, I should probably come beforehand. Actually, oh, explain it.
And if you get totally lost for whatever reason and don't want us to help you, it's all on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on cyber dev. Oh, this computer is.
Just a lot. I like the app one.
Where did you download? Where did you download?
Oh, wow.
New folder.
All right, since everybody's having trouble, like since the internet's kind of getting throttled because we literally have 20 people downloading 3 gigs, so a lot. Matt's just gonna show us how to access the beast. So anytime you come in here, you can just follow this, and you'll have access to ESXi, which is a level 1 hypervisor. So that means it's barely an OS, and then we can play around with like Kali Linux on there, Windows, Ubuntu, Mac OS, anything we want to do with it. So here's Matt.
So first off, if you guys, for following along, you're going to have to connect to the CFC Wi-Fi. It is called CFC.
Can you maybe say that a little louder?
Yeah.
People in the back to hear.
Let me open notepads for you. This stuff comes so you can see it though. So we're gonna need you guys to go to, well, first off, connect to the CFC Wi-Fi. It's literally called CFC. I'll type in the login info for it. Password is going to be CFC Wi-Fi 1, all lowercase.
Yeah, I was about to comment on that too. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but you can always be
Should be able to select all format.
I used to be able to hop onto the screen and I did.
It's good to know that I can
Okay, so I'm gonna assume you guys are all connected to the Wi-Fi now. So
Make sure you're on the right Wi-Fi network, because if you're not, you can't access
Yeah.
that computer.
I wish I
You
knew.
have to be on CFC with the Wi-Fi.
So then in your whatever browser you're using, preferably not Chrome, it would be best probably Firefox. I don't know about Edge.
Edge works the best, actually.
Edge and Firefox. And then we're gonna need you to type in this address I'm typing in right now.
Yeah. But then again. Yeah.
Very much of it.
I really downloading Kali on this router. Now they're on the other router.
I already have it downloaded, so I'm good.
I started mine a little bit before, so it's like it's almost done. But
So it's not.
yeah, his is starting. Yeah, well, that one you guys. Well, then you're the sticker. That's all the files done. Well, then I'll look at it.
Yeah.
You can wait for it, so people sit down. Alright, go to that. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit. Yeah.
Work for this.
Yeah, so press that file searcher.
Yeah, and then go select it.
Yeah.
So having that.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Pretty good. Yeah.
All right, so who is still downloading Kali? Okay. Who wants? All right, let's give it another minute or two.
Yeah.
Sleep over. Brought your cot. There's enough couches.
Okay, so. Oh, for this. He's where he should be.
Yeah, just wait there.
Yeah.
Ask everybody if they have power. Ask
So get everybody to download the shit.
Yeah.
So are you guys ready to continue, or should I wait another minute or two?
At this point, I think it's just better to just move on.
Yeah, just go ahead and move on and catch up.
Even though your internet's gonna go all the way.
So, gonna type in the username and password for the VMware EXSI. Username is root. The password is Maryville CFC !1.
Oh, and it is case sensitive, as you know.
Should it be capitalized or no?
Maryville should be, yeah.
any issues.
Okay, so once you guys are in, you should be on a screen similar to this. The main screen you're going to be interacting with is going to be under virtual machines on the navigator bar on the left side. And once here, let's say you want to run Kali. We have a few different instances of Kali on here for you guys to run. And I think we're planning on adding some more, probably also some other VMs with other Linux operating systems. But once you're on this screen, you just click on whatever instance you want to run. We have the username and password saved up for the VMs under the notes section. Username for Kali, for example, would be Maryville, all lowercase, and the password would be Tor, root backwards, so TOOR. But to run it, all you would do, you click the little screen right here. It's going to boot up. So everyone seems to be going on the same one. No problems there.
And just for the time being, and just for tonight, we'll just use our VirtualBox Kali to do the CTFs. And next time we'll have everybody their own Kali.
Let's look up one.
When I said teamwork, I didn't mean that.
Gotta work together.
Okay.
And then once you're on here, you're pretty much open to Kali. You can do whatever else you'd want to do on Kali, on your own install on here. But this instance is run through the beast in the back of the room. And you can only access it here in this room on the CFC Wi-Fi network.
And if you guys want to create new VMs, we kind of recommend that you keep the RAM at about 4 gigs of RAM.
A little bit less. You don't need that much.
All
You
right.
can do like 4 megs of RAM.
For Linux, 2 gigs of RAM, 2 cores, and about 30 gigs of storage. Just be reasonable with it. There's no hard set rules
At the moment.
at the moment.
Don't make us put any in place.
Are you threatening me?
No. Not yet.
Everything else.
That's what we're about for creating one up
Real quick, who's still downloading stuff? Or can we go back to VirtualBox like that? Alright. Spread out.
So then, just in case you guys do decide you want to make a new VM on here with whatever operating system you want to use, all you would do, you'd come to the storage on the navigator on the left. You'd open up the data store browser, go into ISO files under HDD. You'd create a new directory for whatever operating system you want to do. And then let's say you're creating another Ubuntu. You'd put the ISO file in here through uploading it. And then you'd run you'd create it and register the new VM with your ISO file back on the virtual machines tab.
Maybe another one.
We'd have to clone it. What we did yesterday. Yeah, you have to create a copy of this. That's not, yeah. and you just run through this kind of operating menu.
I got you.
Unless you want to run through your tails. Tails. I think that's so still.
All right. So, is anybody doing the Security Plus this semester? Doing the Security Plus with us? Yeah. So we're gonna have like a discussion group. We spend about 10 to 15 minutes every practice, like going over if you have any questions. But really, it's mostly self-study. So it's really about 2 or 3 people.
Well, we get the access to the paper, right? We give them access to the textbook, though, right?
Yeah. So we'll have a PDF if you guys want it.
Okay.
So you would read that on your own every week and then give.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. We'll post that in the group chat. I think Sean already did.
And then feel free, if you do have questions, to also put them in the group me instead of just waiting till we meet whenever again.
Yeah.
So one of the really interesting opportunities we have is that Sky Air Force Base has reached out to us to start working with their cyber protection team. That's something that's coming in the future, so we kind of really want to get ready for that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an added motivation in it. Kind of sucks. The downloads.
Yes.
Yeah. Less-
I just say I didn't know I had to have like the specific one because I downloaded this one, you know, like 4K. Yeah, I mean I got it. Yeah, that one you guys used it anyways and stuff. Yeah.
Does anybody have any CTF experience, or are we all pretty fresh? Fresh.
Well, Grace walking in.
Pretty fresh. All right. That's okay.
Oh, God, discussion. Yeah.
We'll actually do CTF. Nice.
Additionally, we do have a sheet back here by the Beast with all the info you need to log on to the Beast through either your own computer or the Dell right here on the right side.
So you said the East is caged, right? No one's gonna be able to just watch this video and be like, hey, I'll get
Plus it's a local IP.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, because if you go on the
It's
same
a little
station,
bit squeaky. I put it down online.
I find this to like admin stuff.
I actually
To do it for creating.
Yeah.
So like test out.
Yeah.
This is very. Should be that way. So strange. Just do practice. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna put out a poll tonight about availability for like practice and group meetups. So I don't know what your guys' availability is. I'm sure it's very diverse. So I just go ahead and give your input on that, and then we can build a schedule from that.
Maybe third one is just.
Okay, so we're gonna get started. So about half of you have it downloaded and ready to go. So if you're able to open Kali, go ahead and open Kali.
Just follow along with someone who
Yeah. So everybody find a pair. If you want to do groups of 3, that's okay.
just as long as you're monitoring someone.
Is it downloaded? Yeah. Or, no, me either.
You guys can use
If you have
VMs in here too.
Yeah, if you have Mac, you should be able to do over the wire, since all you need is SSH.
That's right.
All right, so once you find your team, you're gonna go ahead and go to OverTheWire.
Are we doing this in Cali or is it gonna be in
So, is your Windows updated?
But I've got a Mac.
You got a Mac?
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure Mac should be able to have it has SSH inherently in it, so you should be able to do it.
Using something like Putty, which is saying, make sure it has the same effect, right? Just like,
Yeah.
Putty works.
Putty's a little bit more okay, but it just works.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I use for it.
So very recently, Windows released an update that allows you to use SSH in console. So this Windows here is not updated, so we'll have to use like the Kali VM. But if your Windows machine is updated, you can just SSH in command line. And if you have a Mac, you should already have SSH on your terminal.
Is everyone able to import it by themselves? I know we didn't go through that. Pretty straightforward.
That's interesting. Oh, I know it's the problem. So if you do get this error, so if you do import it and it drops this failed to open a session, just go and click OK and go to Settings, USB, and disable USB controller. And it should work. Dear God, I hope it works. Because I've tried this a couple times. Yeah. Let's see what's on.
Yeah. It's a rough planning for this.
There you go.
So for the default Kali, the username is root, and the password is root backwards. It's very clever.
Yeah, it's Cali.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
Okay, update. Being a hacker is all about being adaptable. Kali. It's such a spit in the face of tradition.
God was only said it like 100 times.
I don't know. Yours still looks cooler than mine. I saw the old version. So.
Yeah, this one go to Windows.
Yeah, this one has a hidden Windows mode in it, so like it makes it look like Windows.
Is there a way to update Kali from like inside?
I don't.
Why would you want to?
Just install the new one. My
Because I already
Cali,
have this one downloaded for class.
that's what mine is. It's like 3-4 years old at this point. I haven't updated it.
I don't know.
It's also on my laptop, so.
All right. Is everybody on Over the Wire? Okay. Does everybody either have Kali Linux or Mac OS? I was expecting everybody to yell yes. What's your guys' storage?
Close. At 1.5 and 2 gigs. Close that.
And as we go on, it should get faster.
Yeah, I'm running down.
Get like live stream practice, like I already have like VMware and stuff on my desk. I already got like VMware and stuff on my desk. Live stream.
We are.
What do you mean when you say you can just go into through the terminal?
So your terminal, SSH, you just type SSH, and then that'll, I'll show you how to use it, SSH. Okay, but it should already be on there. I'm gonna double check to make sure, just because I don't really use Mac very often.
I didn't know they rolled up that Windows update for the.
Yeah, there's actually like in the past month. It's gonna be there. You're on live stream. It's okay. It's been 30 minutes. What are we doing?
We're chill down a hundred.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get them a minute or two back there. Are you guys all good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, guys, if you can. Actually, that basically just like this.
It's Sorry. So, okay, where did you?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So if you don't have a terminal or Kali, go ahead and find somebody that does and follow along with them. So if you're on Kali, you can go ahead. Are you here for the ethical hacking?
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had the space reserved for a reception.
Okay. Well, at 6 or at 7?
Yeah, but I had the space reserved starting at 6:30, so we could set up.
Okay. Okay.
We'll get out of here.
Get out of here.
All right, sorry about that,
No, you're
guys.
fine.
I
I
just
should've
have a
checked.
bunch of people coming over in
Yeah,
just a few
okay.
minutes, and they need to get set up.
Sure.
Did you guys have the space reserved?
No, but I thought nothing could get reserved.
It can,
Okay.
because the reception that's taking place is actually part of the business school.
Okay.
And so there are a few people who can reserve the space.
Sure. Okay. Is this a one-time thing or is this every week?
No, it's not every week.
Okay.
This is like it happens yearly, but it's tonight, just one time.
Okay.
Okay, sorry
you.
about that.
No, you're good.
All right, thanks, guys.
So,
Moving up.
so I just say.
Yeah. Let's move the other one.
I thought you couldn't reserve a space. I thought that was the whole point of the semester. Oh. That kind of already.
Hey, they brought us beer.
It's our parting gift.